Hi Pasta Freaks, we're back once again for more GardenCast action. We're taking a look at today's commercial. We're going to have a lot of pasta-related fun. So let's get rolling.
Grandma had come up for a visit.
So we took her to our Olive Garden.
Just us girls.
We kept the fun going all through dinner.
Olive Garden brings you new manicotti formaggio with ricotta, parmesan, and mozzarella cheeses. Served with either sautéed shrimp in our creamy carbonara sauce or with pan-seared chicken with roasted peppers and homemade parmesan sauce. Both with unlimited salad and breadsticks.
It was really cool just hanging out, the three of us.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
Just the three of us.
There's three of us.
This commercial is so... Oh, God.
So many angles. So many angles to take on this.
And laughs and...
Oh, I just love how it just
exposed
starts.
teeth.
It just starts and it just keeps going.
You're right about that.
Oh, man. Oh, and those breadsticks and that salad. Oh, it's... Okay.
Just the three of us.
What I like is that wherever Grandma is from, she comes up for a visit and they're like, we have to show her a good time. Let's show her our Olive Garden.
It's not any Olive Garden.
No, they're
It's
gonna take her to all.
ours.
Like, do they own this Olive Garden? Are they that
That was
influential?
the first thing that I assumed when I heard them say our
Like,
Olive Garden.
oh, we'll just take Grandma to our own personal Olive Garden, which we've rented out.
If so, that's a little strange. Are they advertising that feature of Olive Garden? That you can rent the entire restaurant and just have random extras walking around behind you?
I guess what's so strange to me is the whole when you're here, you're family, but it's clear they're already family.
That's a good point.
And they look like they're having a good time hanging out where there's like couches and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what I would like your guys' opinions on what's so great about hanging out at Olive Garden as opposed to at home.
In
or
fact,
anywhere else.
she says just the three of us, but really they're more alone at home than they are at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get the fun going all throughout dinner. You catch that?
That's a good angle because there is a lot of fun going on, as you can tell by all the laughter from beginning to end.
Exactly. It starts off right with laughter.
As soon as they walk in the door, they see that
before
Olive
they
Garden
walk
logo. They see that logo and they're laughing.
They walk in laughing. You know? It's like they've been laughing all the way on the trip. That face.
Just us girls.
Just us girls. It was great, just the three of us. What does that mean? Are they like making a subtle dig at whatever like masculine figure is like not like present? What is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the gender angle is an interesting one to take because you'll notice when it comes around again, it's a manicotti with shrimp. They're all women, but it's the manicotti.
Yeah. How do you explain that?
Maybe the dad in this group is the manicotti itself. The dad's not even in a human form. The dad is the food.
That's sort of a tough call there, and I don't think I'd want to jump to that conclusion. I would kind of say that you know, there's got to be a dad in the group, even though it may not be a male dad.
It still is a dad.
You know, once they go to Olive Garden and in that group, one of them's a dad.
You know, you've been researching these types of commercials for a while, as we all have. I trust that you know dads when you see them.
Yeah, and I don't know, this might, you know, you might disagree with this, and I'm definitely open to other suggestions, but I feel like the middle woman is the dad.
The daughter?
The mother.
The one who's a mother and daughter.
Oh, the middle-aged woman.
Yes.
She's the dad?
I feel like
what sort of
she's
clues
the
are you
dad.
spotting to make
Mom's
that
the dad.
deduction?
Yeah.
Mom's the dad this time.
Mom's the dad, just the way it is.
That's just kind of my first feeling, but you know, you could dispute that.
Yeah, just take a look at the way they sit at the table, the way they interact. It's all about that dinner table experience. She's going with the noodle.
See, I feel like the mother who is also a daughter is the dad because of her mainly her hand movements and the way she seems to sort of herd the family.
Yeah. And she seems to sort of attract the laughter. The laughter sort of is all directed towards her.
She just seems like, she's in control. See that? The hand movement there. And then you see that, waving the finger,
And she says she's the one who says
she's
it's
in
our
control.
Olive Garden.
She's the, she feels the dad role for this exec.
She does get a lot of face time, which you do notice for sort of dad figures in other Olive Garden commercials. But I would make a counter argument and say that the grandmother is the dad. Because if you see, they kind of look to her, since she's visiting, they look to her for kind of nonverbal direction.
I mean, she's the reason they're there. It's because she's the one who's visiting.
Right.
They feel the need to take her to the Olive Garden, to their Olive Garden, for this purpose. She's the one who's holding this entire dinner experience together.
Well,
she could be the dad.
I mean, it's just the three of them. Maybe they're all dads.
It could be sort of a dad triangle.
Yeah.
That's an angle. That's an angle that we haven't seen from other Olive Garden commercials. But Olive Garden, they're always mixing up the dad dynamics or the dad-namics.
True.
So that could be possible.
So is this like part of it? Is this like sort of like a documentary kind of thing they're going for here?
It is interesting because you've got the behind the scenes.
In their house,
yeah.
It's not just them at Olive Garden like all the other ones.
That is a big step to bring the house into it as well. This is the first glimpse we've seen of any of these people's lives outside of the garden.
Yeah, I think this one more so than any other ones is really about the characters more so than the situation.
Yeah,
I think the last one was like they saw a movie, they just wanted to eat Olive Garden forever, and this one is really about their grandmother. They're coming in town, they gotta show her a good time with this manicotti.
That's right. It's really a retrospective of the whole dinner experience. It's not like it's just a snapshot of one moment. It's really from beginning to end. It's just more of a general vibe.
I feel like it's more about the ambiance of Olive Garden than a lot of the other ones.
You know what? I'm going to completely agree with that because the one thing I've really noticed here is the decor in this whole commercial is really spot on. Just from the very beginning, when they walk in the door, you can see it has the logo and it has a little shelf with some like nice little clay jars and stuff, and
the prominently displayed Olive Garden logo as well.
It's there, the whole thing. You got those little, you
got it there.
Thing with stuff.
You count them up. You got
decorative plates there, and all that stonework.
Definitely some stone.
They're not at any point in doubt as to what they're going to order. As compared to previous...
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they don't look at the menu or anything.
As compared
like
to previous commercials, a menu does not make an appearance in this commercial.
Yeah,
that's right.
I dare you.
They're just hanging out, and they brought grandmother in for a good time.
They go straight from walking into the restaurant to they've already ordered their food.
They've already ordered.
Yeah.
They already know what they want. They clearly want the manicotti.
Well,
or whatever pasta... The daughters.
She definitely didn't get manicotti.
She definitely did not get manicotti.
Unless she got that and
she was slurping
pasta.
Spaghetti. Unless she got the never-ending possible or something.
Interesting angle. You see her walk into the beginning here, holding a shopping bag.
Ah, yeah. So
I don't know.
They had a night out on the town, and they got to cap it off with a great bonding time at the Olive Garden. To really go.
Didn't even have time to put those bags in the car. Just had to bring them straight in.
You rushed right over to the Olive Garden. It was probably right across the street from the J.C. Penney's.
That's right. Maybe even connected. It's sort of a combination.
I mean, and your stuff is always safe at Olive Garden.
That's true.
Because family's not going to steal from you.
That's true. They knew those valuable items they just purchased at J.C. Penney would be safest there at the garden.
Yeah. Man. I like how they show it rolling it like that. It's like, you know, you really get
That's sort of a
action.
new insight. We haven't seen that in a previous commercial. To really see that type of preparation.
Yeah, if you didn't know any better, you'd say it was microwave.
That's probably the most hand action.
But you see it rolled, so you're like, this is definitely real.
Yeah. Also, what's that thing on the wall?
It says Olive Garden. It's like a circle. It says Olive Garden at the top. I didn't see it was at the bottom.
Roll of cheese.
I don't think they would put cheese on a wall.
I thought it was neat. I thought it was just some
I've never
kind
seen
of
cheese put on a wall.
some kind of a
But, you know,
decoration.
Olive Garden is, you know, they're mixing it up.
Yeah.
Just like they're mixing up pasta.
But again, the decor is just really great.
Definitely the decor.
The
Whatever
aesthetics.
that round thing was, it was decor. It says Olive Garden. What's it say at the bottom there? I couldn't read it. Maybe it was something in Italian.
I thought it was an Italian restaurant. Something or other. Isn't that their thing they have?
Yeah, it could be a lot of things, really.
I just think it's great how they're advertising how, you know, this isn't just a meal. This is like fun through the entire dinner, you know?
Yeah, you really catch that with that classic noodle slurp shot. And a lot of laughs. Probably as many laughs as we've seen in any commercial. I mean, so far.
There's always a lot of laughs, but this one's definitely up there on the laugh
That was
meter.
3 right there already. That's 4. And I bet there's a 5th one coming. You got a couple laughs.
I bet the guy
that's
rolling that is laughing
as
even
well.
though you can't hear it.
Yeah.
So that's another one.
That would count as one. I'll count it.
And the person putting those breadsticks down can't not be laughing.
So that'd be like 7. That makes 8, 9, something like that. There's a lot of laughs is the point. And if you multiply that by 3, you know, who knows what kind of numbers you're dealing
I mean,
with.
they really like each other.
Absolutely. You feel the chemistry. You feel the bonds.
The familial closeness.
All right, now this
genetic
might be
bond.
this might be stepping a bit too far, and stop me if you want to, but
Currently you're sitting down, so it's okay.
yeah, well, you know, they say it's our Olive Garden, and they're acting pretty close in the house too. What if the house is like built into the Olive Garden?
I was wondering the same thing actually. Like they have a living room and they have an Olive Garden room.
Yeah.
Like their dining room just is Olive Garden and they have a living room.
Yeah, I
just
mean, if
attached
it's
to
their
it.
Olive Garden, who's to say they don't also live there in like above or something like that? You know.
I'm gonna completely be ambivalent.
I
neither agree nor disagree, and just recognize that as a possibility.
I mean, on one hand, I'd say it's a stretch, but on the other hand, I'd say since this is the first time we've seen any home shots like that in any commercial, it's very possible that they're not breaking the trend of going outside Olive Garden, but they're actually still in a building which houses an Olive Garden
see, that's
franchise.
kind of the crazy thought I was thinking. You know, I mean, granted, that's probably not the truth, but you never know. It could be.
Don't back off your points. Stay confident in them, because now I wholeheartedly agree with the statement.
Well, that's foolish because I now slightly disagree with the statement.
I mean, that's what you get here on the GardenCast. A lot of differing perspectives and viewpoints.
Yeah,
that
these perspectives and viewpoints are going to shift every viewing.
And we've got a lot of viewings that we've already viewed and a lot of viewings to go. And we'd also like to hear your perspectives in the comment section as well.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better
I think
myself.
we need to talk about hands.
Hands.
There's a lot of good hand movement in this. That one to start with, and then that
She covers the mouth. That's a big one.
Laugh. I really like how the mom has the finger wagging thing going on back there.
Yeah, and of course you've always got the hands in these food shots.
The hand rolling the manicotti is really nice touch. Really, I think that's the most like close up hand you get. And then
hand right
this
there.
That
hand
right
rub.
there. The part where the grandma kind of like rubs and
got
taps
the arm rub. Yeah,
her like arm. That's how you know they're close.
Absolutely. Notice how the youngest girl is kind of, she's always caught in the middle, so she's kind of turning back and forth. And I think the hands play a critical role in that because that's how they keep getting her attention to see which side of the action she
really
should focus on.
Directs the focus exactly.
It's very hand focused. There's probably a lot more physical hand contact in this commercial.
This is a very hands-on commercial.
It's hands-on. That's right. And Olive Garden is a hands-on experience.
Yeah.
You know what really takes the back burner?
What's that?
To the hands in this commercial? The eyebrows. They barely move at all.
Yeah.
If you take a look at them, they're very well, put together. They're on fleek, as it were. But the eyebrows barely move. I was looking at the shoulders. The shoulder movement is pretty interesting, especially near the beginning with the grandmother. Not in this shot, but in this one.
Oh,
yeah,
you
that
called
little
it.
shoulder raise.
A little
That
raise there.
speaks a lot right there.
It says more than she could have even said.
But the acting, I think, is clearly mostly in the hands
yeah.
and in the teeth.
The teeth.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's mostly in the hands, the teeth.
You see a lot of teeth
And the
in this
shoulders.
commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of eyebrow action going on.
I mean, that's
They
how you
just
tell.
go up and down. That's the
Yeah.
best that happens with the eyebrows.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
big eyebrow actor guy.
Sure.
but
Yeah,
that's
I
just
mean,
something
eyebrows
I
are where you
notice.
get like. They say about 50% of the emotion is in the eyebrows.
yeah, but
I
when
mean,
you've got that much emotion in the hands and the shoulders and the
True.
teeth,
I mean, let's face it. These actors can only give out that much emotion.
I
you
mean,
know?
you know what they say, eyebrows are the dressings to the windows of the soul.
exactly.
I mean, you can only
So-
fit that much depth into a 30-second commercial, and they've got a lot already.
There's a lot
really
of
do.
If they
There's
added
a
in the
lot
I
of
mean, look at
eyebrows,
just
it'd
the
be
depth
overload.
in that
Pant.
manicotti.
You see all the layers.
Yeah.
You see all
oh
the.
man! And did you see those like peppers are just like really like perfectly like little crisp on the ends. You know, a little bit of char there.
I know what you mean. I
It's
know what you
so
mean.
Nice.
I still can't tell what's at the bottom of that plate on the wall.
Yeah. Is this another instance of they never really touch their drinks?
That's what it seemed like to me.
The drinks aren't really the focus. Let's watch it. Let's watch it from beginning to end. We're gonna see the ending right here.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna get close.
She's-
Okay, well she just put it down.
She
as
put
if
it down,
took
but there was still a
some,
lot of drink left, so she
Yeah,
didn't take much.
And I
of it.
couldn't really tell with the other glasses there.
Yeah, we'll check it out here. Well, that soda's nice and full. That
Yeah,
wine
they're
is pretty full.
They're definitely full there.
And I don't think we get another
And we
shot
don't
till
really
the
get
end
another-
there. I don't know if we see the soda in the final shot or not. I only remembered seeing the wine.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Was it the same wine though? Because I mean, the grandma had a different wine than was in that other shot.
Yeah, the
we
soda's
don't
pretty
really
full.
See.
You saw it back there?
Yeah,
You
it's
spotted it?
pretty full.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's been touched.
Well, you know, Olive Garden is all about those unlimited refills.
Yeah, you get a lot of refills.
Yeah.
Their
Why don't they
service is
say-
refill focused.
Why don't they say unlimited soup, salad, breadsticks, and refills?
That's really how it is. That's really how it is.
Do you get unlimited like wine refills though?
I don't know about the wine.
I don't
That's
know
a
about
good
the
like
point.
you
wine.
don't.
I was thinking about just soda.
Soda you
Right,
get,
soda.
but
I
Like-
don't know
Like
that
in all the
Olive
other
Garden
ones,
would.
they've been wine mainly.
But I don't
that's
know
true.
that Olive
This may be the
Garden
first time we've really spotted
would.
soda.
But
One of the
also-
There was
first.
definitely soda in the first one with the kids.
That's a
there's
good point.
there's a great possibility that the customers in the previous commercials, including this commercial that we've watched, are obscenely wealthy, but they
Right.
don't dress extravagantly. They don't like to draw attention to it. That would explain why they describe it as their
Yeah,
Olive
that would
Garden.
explain why they own an Olive Garden because they're just ridiculously wealthy.
That would explain why they were like just the three of us, because they value something.
True. So you
Triads.
think they keep buying? Think they keep shelling out for that wine just over and over throughout the meal?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, they're probably just wasted by the end of this.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of laughter going on from beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
You can tell Grandma's trying to
Yeah,
put that
she's
wine
like-
glass
she's like
down.
pretty much falling
Try
over.
not to spill that wine because she's laughing so hard.
Couldn't hold herself together.
She's
Yeah,
probably
she
already-
definitely seems like a fun lady.
Absolutely.
She does. She seems like the most fun lady out of all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man. You know, that's a real family that knows how to have fun. You know.
You definitely feel the fun when you watch a commercial.
Yeah, you
like
can
this.
feel that they've been having fun all day when they walk in with that laughter and,
And
the
that- and that-
smiles.
and the
but
shopping
fun
bag.
just like increases like tenfold as every second that they're in Olive Garden.
Yeah, I mean they're having a lot of fun walking in. I don't think they even realize how much more fun they're in store for, but it's coming.
Guys, there's a slice of tomato in the shot of the salad and the breadsticks.
Yeah.
That just looks like a slice of red.
Oh yeah, it looks kind of solid.
I've never seen a slice of tomato like that.
Well, I think I have. So
You think
I
you
don't know what
have,
to tell
or
you
you
about
have?
that. I can't say anything for sure.
Might have to get a
but I
tomato
think
expert
I
on the
have.
line.
Do we have a tomato expert?
Not,
are the
not
stats
right
on
now,
that?
but hey, if any tomato experts are out there in the comments section, if you could post some info on that, any solid red tomatoes out there, you see it again, let us know.
What about
Let us
the guy with all the trivia? You think he would know about tomatoes?
He might. You could try him. We'll keep analyzing it, and you could check in with him.
All right.
So
We'll step out of the room for a second.
I mean, you see that big ladle, all those utensils, so many different utensils just in these shots. I bet there's about 5 different utensils. You got the spatulas, the ladles, the fork. You got the grabber for the breadsticks. I mean, you got it all.
It is amazing.
Okay, false alarm.
So we were just talking about all the different tools that they show in some of these shots. You see about every possible
That's a
type.
good point. That spatula.
That one's
there's
wooden.
A real nice one.
Then you
Real
got
nice wooden
some
one.
Plates.
You got that's metallic.
You got a
You got a
pan.
fork. You got the
I love
grabber.
how it has the
Tongs.
tongs
Yeah.
for the breadsticks.
Absolutely.
I wish they'd give you a pair of those tongs to use when you're eating the breadsticks.
Oh no, but the
Exactly.
breadsticks are all about the hands. These people know hands. I'm going to disagree with
That's-
you
that's
completely
good.
on that point
I
because
mean, I see where you're coming
they know hands. They want a food they can eat with their hands because they're hand fans.
Right, it's handmade food made for hands.
Absolutely. I mean, they're hand fans. What can you say? I mean, you got to hand it to them, I'd say.
Yeah, you've turned my opinion completely around.
I mean, that's what this is all about. It's about debate,
got
and
nothing.
it's
all
about
been said.
it's about debate, and it's about perspectives.
Yeah.
And these people have a lot of perspectives on how much fun they're having.
I think we should look at the comparison in atmosphere between Olive Garden, the restaurant, and
Olive Garden, the house.
Olive Garden, the house.
Yes.
Which may not be Olive Garden.
Yeah, let's
May
check out
just
that
be-
house. We've examined the garden a lot, but let's take a look at the interior of that house. I saw a lot of books. That's what I remember.
Well, the main,
very different
the main
color
feel that I
scheme as
get
well.
is a very gray, very neutral tone.
Kind of earthy.
Yeah.
A little earthy, mainly just drab. It's not like the most lively house. And it makes sense that they'd go to Olive Garden to have fun because in the background it's just like so much. It's brighter in a way. It has more of a warm glow.
Yeah, well, it kind of looks like they're sitting at their home with all their lights turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like mostly natural light.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm a fan of natural light,
Yeah.
but
I mean, there's a lamp in the other room over there, but as far as the room they're in, it's rather dim.
yeah, the room. I don't know if it's really that dim. It just had lower energy. Like you compare it to here, it's like higher energy with warmer colors and more vibrant colors.
Which is understandable because you might need a break from that energy time to time, so you slip off into your connected living room.
Right. Well, I
and
think
you-
it's
and you
just
take a break.
emphasizing how much fun it is to be at Olive Garden because, this is really just all about the family fun at Olive Garden. And I know a lot of the other ones might be about family fun, but this one is really about the family fun.
That's a great point. That's a great point you make.
More so than the food, honestly.
What I'm curious about is the timeline for this, because they definitely appear to be wearing different outfits,
Do they really?
except
Yeah.
maybe.
No, that's
The
true. They're
granddaughter.
wearing different stuff.
So,
it's like
you're
a
right.
different
How
day.
much
definitely.
time has elapsed
Maybe the
Well, it's
outfits.
gotta be at
between
least
them
a day.
going to the Olive Garden?
I'm just
and
gonna
them-
float a theory out there. Maybe the outfits they're wearing at home are the ones that were in the shopping bag when they showed up at Olive Garden, and they
I
changed
don't know if
into
the
them.
shopping bag is big enough.
Well, clothes can fold and stuff.
True,
maybe
but
they-
not an
yeah.
entire outfit. Like three
Times three.
entire outfits.
Okay, well, maybe it's not 3 entire outfits. Maybe it's just the one lady's outfits and The other was they got enough time to leave it in the car.
I mean, technically you don't. The shot cuts the bag off before the bottom, so that could just be a really tall bag.
Right.
Maybe it's just like dragging on the floor. You don't know because you can't actually see the bottom of the bag.
That theory is not my bag.
Okay.
My
I'm
theory.
not feeling like that.
My theory is that
Fair point.
the mother went ahead of time, right after her trip at the outfitter, to reserve a spot. Like put in the weight. Because Olive Garden's a really popular place. There's probably going to be some wait time.
For sure.
Even if they own this place, they're still running it as an actual Olive Garden, so they probably, just let the people who want to eat there,
I understand what
So
you're saying.
she went in there to reserve their spot, and then the other two came later when they had dropped off their outfits that they bought.
Very possible. Very possible. Nevertheless, I would just like to think there's a connection between that bag and the change of clothes.
Right.
Unless this is sort of a dinner date, and then maybe it is the next day, because if this is dinner, chances are it's getting dark outside, and you wouldn't get as much of that natural light. So it is possible that's a next
and
day
it's very likely that it is dinner, because, first of all, Olive Garden is just a real great place for dinner. And, I mean, it's a great place for lunch, too, but dinner is just... That's where you want to be.
Plus, if they have been shopping, they probably wouldn't be shopping in the morning before lunch.
That's the other thing.
They'd be doing some afternoon shopping, and then they'd unwind with the big dinner.
They probably had a big afternoon of going hard at the mall.
JCPenney.
And JCPenney, Urban Outfitters.
Mostly JCPenney. Probably exclusively JCPenney.
Forever 21, and then back to JCPenney, and then straight to Olive Garden for the dinner.
Also, I'm going to say JCPenney.
JCPenney is definitely...
JCPenney for your thoughts?
Yeah.
Definitely where they've been.
But regardless, that shot in the house probably is very soon after, such as the next day. We don't know how long Grandma's visiting for, but it's if she just came to visit and they went to Olive Garden. I mean, who knows? You wouldn't think it'd be an extended visit.
Do they not really talk to each other much outside of the Olive Garden?
You think this is where they need to? This is where they do most of their interaction.
That's where they get their most quality time.
Possibly
true.
But another angle I'd say is that I don't think you ever see them speak a word while they're in the restaurant. You only see them laugh. So there's a chance that they walked in there
too much fun to form
and just exclusively laughed for the entire dinner.
It's potential that they're having telepathic conversation.
Well, yeah, I mean,
based on how good the manicotti is.
If you consider...
And the body language. Don't forget about the body language.
Yeah, very much hand signals.
Mm-hmm. They're already a strong family with strong family bonds. When they go to Olive Garden, those family bonds are increased exponentially, so they probably
because if you're there in your family, then you're even more family.
They're even more family, and then they can communicate without using words and just laugh the whole time.
Laughter as well as some hands and shoulder movements,
right?
Which we see a lot of that.
Well, it looks like we're on the last few here, so
coming down the home stretch.
Yeah.
Just like they are sitting
at home. There's a lot of stuff that we still haven't mentioned.
I feel like when you look at a commercial like this, I feel like we've barely scratched the surface.
Yeah, we've definitely barely scraped the surface.
There's lots of gender dynamics that we could analyze.
Absolutely.
I feel like in this commercial, what does the chicken represent? Why is it white sauce? Why is the manicotti filled with white cheese?
Yeah, and there's way less focus on the breadsticks.
Or the salad, really.
Right.
That's true. I mean, this is probably the least breadstick focused of all the commercials that we've checked out.
They don't even have the classic shot of them breaking the breadstick in front of the salad.
Yeah.
It is a classic shot, and
there's no steaming
it's missing from this one.
breadstick.
That's right.
They are steaming. They're steaming,
but they're kind of in the background. I mean, you do see the basket in that final shot, so they definitely are. They definitely did get some sticks. I mean, that's just obvious.
I still, whether they actually own the Olive Garden or not, I still just love that it's their Olive Garden.
It's their Olive Garden.
That's how great Olive Garden is. It's such a staple of American family lifestyle that you can have one that you can call your own.
That's an excellent point.
Whether you actually own it or it's just that's the only place where your family can really laugh forever without saying anything.
Great point. And I really believe if we saw an extended video of this dinner, it would be exclusively laughter.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see maybe tweet at Olive Garden headquarters, send them an email, ask them to release the full extended cut of this commercial.
Right.
That's just about
something I want to see.
probably 20-30 minutes of just laughter and hand touching.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
And it looks like we're wrapping this up. And as we said, we definitely barely scratched the surface here.
Barely scratched the surface.
Barely scratched the surface.
It's been a great cast, and it's been great checking it out with you guys, and it's also been great hearing all the feedback from fans. Right now, we're going to check out some of the best messages that we've been hearing from the GardenCast Nation. So let's take a peek. Wow, that was some great content. It's great to see.
Wow.
Great to see those kind of messages. I mean, there were some messages in there where I was thinking, that's crazy to even hear that kind of feedback.
I mean, I love peeking into these sort of comments. It's really great to hear what people have to say about the GardenCast and Olive Garden in general.
Keep that feedback coming, and it's been great talking to you. Eric, any final words?
People just have so much to say in YouTube comment, Bill. It really is. And side note, if you like pasta a lot, but you don't necessarily identify as a pasta freak, that's fine. Just like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Make sure you comment on this one, because I can't wait to peek into the comments on this video in the next GardenCast, because I just love getting those peeks.